Welcome back to Civics Explained. Today we're talking about who's the real boss in the US government. Spoiler alert, it's the US Constitution. But how does the Constitution control the laws we make? Let's find out. Think of the Constitution as the ultimate rule book. Every law that Congress or your state government creates has to follow this rule book. If it doesn't, well, it's out of here. The Constitution is the boss that all laws must answer to. Whenever a new law is created, whether it's from Congress or a state legislature, it's got to pass a test. The test, whether it fits inside the rules set by the Constitution. Federal laws handle things like national defense and interstate trade, while state laws cover education and local issues. But no matter who makes the law, it must respect the rights and limits the Constitution sets. But what if someone thinks a law is breaking the rules? That's where the courts step in. They have the power of judicial review, which means they check if a law is constitutional or not. If the law violates the Constitution, whether it restricts free speech or ignores due process, it gets struck down. It's the court's job to make sure the Constitution's rules are followed and no law gets too big for its boots. The Bill of Rights is a set of guardrails that laws can't cross. It protects your freedom of speech, right to a fair trial, and much more. If a law tries to mess with those rights, it's game over. Yep, the Bill of Rights acts like a force field. No law can pass through if it's violating your constitutional rights. But what happens if society changes and we need new rules? Enter the amendment process. Changing the Constitution is possible, but it's not easy. It takes 2/3 of Congress and 3/4 of the states to agree on any amendment. This is how we abolished slavery, gave women the right to vote, and ensured civil rights. The Constitution can evolve, but only when a huge majority of the country agrees. So, what's the relationship between laws and the Constitution? Simple. The Constitution is the boss. It tells the government what it can and can't do, and any law that steps out of line gets tossed. The Constitution ensures our rights are protected, limits government power, and keeps the whole system fair. It's the ultimate referee in the game of lawmaking. So, remember, whether it's free speech, fair laws, or your right to vote, the Constitution is always there, watching over every law made, making sure it plays by the rules. That's how the US legal system stays balanced, and why you can trust the Constitution to always have your back. Thanks for watching, and keep learning about your world. Subscribe and keep learning about your world.